Enough! Let us see how you fare in my realm of terror. Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror. How tastes your fear, Nephilim? No! This wretched light must be eradicated! All that you have known, all that you have ever loved, shall die along with you, Nephilim.
Mm-hmm. Skeletons are still fucking hitting them. Love it. Got a legendary belt out of that. You know what? It's funny because even with them taking my follower, in this case Cormac, who is, you know, arguably a strong backbone to our success in our build, that still was fairly easy, you know. I still almost missed that. Still had a decent time with that fight.
I have thought on it for quite some time. Perhaps I did misjudge him. He's not quite the villain I thought he was.
You think?
Well, it was all worth it. Everything. The cuts, the bruises, having to break bread with that Templar. A jest. You are like family to me now. I owe you the world, my friend. But now I better shut up before I make myself sick. That was astounding. What you did back there. You're the greatest hero in history. Everyone in Kingsport will know your name if I have my way. They'll sing it for the rest of time. Hell, I will sing right now if you want me to.
No thanks, I'm good.
I can't believe you really did it.
You're crying.
No, it's raining.
It does not rain here.
Well, it does now.
You truly are the one the prophet promised. You are everything that all the angels and all of humanity could have hoped for. And, well, you're awfully nice too. I cannot believe it all came to pass, just as the prophet wished. I left everything I knew behind to fight with you. It was the best choice I have ever made.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
Evil retreats, but it does not die.
Time will tell. In the end, it was a mortal heart that saved 2 worlds from ruin and cast down the prime evil forever. day breaks for both angels and men. For mankind's greatest champion, the Nephilim, rose to confront the darkness that we, in our pride, would not face. My brethren, I will take my place among you once again. But this time, as a mortal. Since justice has been met this day, I will now stand as wisdom. On behalf of those who risked all to save us. Forevermore, we shall stand together, angels and men, in the light of this glorious new dawn. Diablo was defeated. For a time it seemed we would know peace. But it was not to be. For Diablo's essence lingers in the Black Soul Stone. I cannot destroy the stone, nor allow its evil to remain within the heavens. And so it must be hidden, even from the angels. I pray that it will be enough. You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished. And you should all run. Malthael. Brother. Why?
I've become Death, the destroyer of worlds. Ooh, I'm excited. Act 5.
The killing began in Westmarch. Of that I am sure. The angels have started a massacre, slaying all they find. I must see it with my own eyes and learn why they have come. There are many questions, and I have little time to act.
Westmarch Overlook. Why is my view like this?
The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
Too many have died here. I will intervene.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tyrael should meet me in Westmarch. Go.
It will be done. I swear it.
You are ill at ease, Cormac.
Too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
You are one of many who believed in serving a righteous cause.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
Wolfgate.
We're going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
Jesus.
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh dissolved to nothing.
The gates. There are other ways into the city.
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh dissolved to nothing, and only his armor-clad skeleton remained, his jaw unhinged. Blue mist swirled around his bones, coalescing into new flesh. When at last I cut him down, the phantasmal flesh exploded, leaving only a pile of armor behind. Though this Reaper wields a dangerous sword, its shield, with its rows of razor-sharp spikes, poses the greater threat. With a single thrust, it can open a man from waist to throat. That shield was not made for protection. It was made to cripple, maim, and kill. Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword.
All right. I wonder if it was even really possible to go the other way. Should check that. Moldering waterway. Old Westmarch storehouse.
Stop! Don't go out into the streets.
I checked everything we had, right?
Get it before it's gone.
It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
Is anyone alive in there?
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
We'll see.
Streets of Westmarch.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
Those with demon blood must die.
They were only townsfolk.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. But instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. The Revenant Shield Guards were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV. Appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms, they accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westmarch. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king.
Alright.
As Malthael has imbued them with the ability to sense the living, Revenant archers do not rely on their vision to find their targets. There is no place safe from their sightless gaze. They will find you through stone, wood, and even the ground itself. And once they have their quarry, they do not miss.
They do not miss.
Not even a sweat.
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
Ah, we found you.
I've never seen an attack like this. Why has Malthael unleashed his forces on Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
I agree.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me!
Well, they're not in there for any longer, I can tell you that much right now.
Akarat's Bay! This is worse than I feared.
What is it?
A Death Maiden! Stop her!
Never alone. Your soul will be mine.
Any other archer would have fled as I charged.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
I keep overlapping everything.
Any other archer would have fled as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring down the arrow's shaft through lifeless, empty eye sockets. Even as I swung my blade to take off its head, the thing loosed another shot. How can we fight an enemy that has no fear, nor thought for its own self-preservation?
We must confront Malthael. Where is he?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
There are no other clues?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you must remain here. I will do what I can for Westmarch.
Alright. Get out of here. Hopefully we get town and then I can kind of unwind this episode.
What was that Death Maiden doing?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul Crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
This magic was not meant to be used so. I will not stand for it. I have read spells about crucibles that could enslave the dead. Now angels are using them.
Sadly, yes.
And the Death Maidens as well.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness. Malthael, my brother, he was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's moods darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
He was never meant to explore the domain of death. What would Rathmus say if he were here? Any progress?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone. As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
So the Herodrim have returned.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
Jesus. Relax, my guy.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I? You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rackus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rackus was a clever man, after all.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rackus to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakarum faith, He drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
King of them all.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked. I ran.
Many of the survivors here have suffered the same. You should speak to them.
Well, it's not better than what I have, surprisingly. Harrington Waistguard. Doesn't give me as much intelligence. Gives me more vitality, more armor. They both increase the siphon blood damage that I don't use. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. Surprisingly.
Making a sale?
I can't believe we're still alive. And it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Is Miriam really not here? Interesting.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
Jesus.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right?
It is good to see you again. Though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
This is true.
Who's to blame for this doom? All Westmarch, reveling in sin, worshipping petty idols. The Zakarum are gone, and the...
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
That sounds like magic. Or melancholy. I cannot tell which.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
There are many who do not forget the dead, Irena. They serve a purpose, as do we.
Alright, well, I'm going to end it here because I'm up for time. I don't know if I'm going to be continuing any more tonight or not. Yet to be seen, but in any case... when we come back, we will continue on with this DLC act. This is Act 5, Souls of the Dead. Looking forward to it. This DLC looks cool. Seems like it's going to be cool. So, you know, we've slain the primeval. Now it's time to slay death itself. Anyways, though, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and say comment down below, subscribe, share. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.